I know. Well, I've learned a lot about, I haven't learned about board structure, which is something I really wish they'd tell us, but I have learned a lot about meeting structure and about how we should, some things. And one thing I've learned, Sean Adams is really serious about when he's talking about when he runs the meetings for the national board, but also he was, I don't know if he was a two-term president. I know him and Maureen both were presidents in LA, but he sticks to a timetable. They strict Robert's Rules of Order. They do board member agreements. The national board does it, and a lot of the chapters do that, and we should do it too. And basically, it's a really simple thing, but we should do it because that way it forces everyone to really
think about
what are you committing to, and what is it you're doing, what is your position, and what is that?
It's a one-page agreement, basically.
Like a little contract.
Yeah.
These are the roles and responsibilities and the duration of the tenure.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yes, it is. It's stuff like a commitment, like you're going to try to make the meetings and stuff like that. Basically. Well, you're going to agree to go to the meetings, but things can come up. But we've had issues in the past. I've seen where people just hardly ever show up for the meetings, I don't think we've had agreements before, have we?
No, we've talked about doing it, but
well, it shouldn't be that hard to do. There's templates I found out, so it's not like we have to get the lawyers to draft it. So we're going to, one of my biggest issues right now, of course, is just having a leadership retreat for our chapter, and where to go, how to do it, what do we cover, and I've only been to 2 of them. And they're radically different meetings. I don't know if any of you guys have. I know you haven't been to any of them. If you go to one, if you go to the last one, Zia, there you go. He's been to both of them. He knows what I'm talking about. They were really different, and they weren't both wrong. They were just radically different. And what really stands out is just how much can you cover in a day, and. Up until today, I was just thinking, well, a little bit of what Cher did, a little bit of what Ben did, and then what they didn't do but needed to do was really tactical. We didn't even cover this, but I did notice that in practice that we didn't have a website tutorial like how to manage the CMS. I think we touched on it though. We always mentioned it. It's usually like maybe
never actually did it.
Go here, but no one ever did a walkthrough, which is what we needed. We needed someone there from Monumental to do a walkthrough. I think we ought to consider using Basecamp. Do you use Basecamp?
A lot of people swear by it. Yeah, it's a good product.
You use Basecamp?
It's a project management tool.
And it's a browser-based subscription type tool that you use to manage the board. And it's more dynamic than email and what we've been doing.
And importantly, you can have individual projects. So you don't necessarily have to be subscribed to every single project. You can be. So you can have volunteers for certain events, be a part of one event. Events management, I guess, rather.
Ben's website, his website. Ben did a very, very tactical retreat, which was really about like what's our plan, set goals, and we built a calendar, and I think we got a lot done. We didn't cover the touchy-feely stuff very much.
Definitely no touchy-feely.
Which is way cool to me, but that could be fun. Something else that's really
But I do think your point about the roles, that's probably where my retreats were lacking the most, was really spending some time talking about each individual's roles.
It was. I think it's been a
used
problem.
To be good that there was the retreats used to be 2 days, and you'd have the old board members in for the first day, and they would spend time and break out and do some individual activities where there's kind of the official baton handing, and then the next day those guys were gone and it's kind of the new people. I don't know. We don't have that many people rolling off, I guess.
No, do we?
Some of the
chapters seem to, you know how we grabbed the list, we made a list of all the different events we want to have throughout the year. Some chapters, what they do is, once that list is established, they create estimates, budgets for all of those things, so you can project. I think Chicago was like 24 months or something. I don't know, it's strange, but you can get all those things, get a budget for all that, so you can figure out how much you're going to spend for the year. Then you can kind of, some benchmark against where you are every time of year. It's like, all right, we're about on mark with all the money we had planned to spend. It seemed like it was a good thing to have.
Yeah, that would be good.
Budgeting
that would be
for
good.
Executives.
Okay, she's a guy, see his back.
I usually come home with like 50 things that I'm like, gotta do this.
If I don't, I'm going to go nuts. It's just going to be, it's going to be really hard for us.
I think you need to stick to making every event digital. You'll be the first digital chapter.
We're going to be the first digital chapter. Is anyone cool with that? It doesn't mean we won't do print. We'll definitely do print.
Carl's saying even the board meetings, everything.
I think we need a really good framework for that, and that's probably as far as the CMS on our site goes. That's the biggest adjustment we need is the ability to upload dynamic media into play. We need a player, basically.
Yeah.
We just need a good player. We also need to see who's our ISP. Where are we serving our site?
I can't remember who it is, but it's set up through Daniel, and we pay for it.
I can see that. Daniel will know what to do. It's
whatever. But we can do like cloud. We can put it in cloud and pay. Maybe.
We have slice host.
Because it could be an issue with just getting the bandwidth, just the stream. A bunch of people were logged on if it was but yeah, they'll know. But we'll have to do that because that's one of the problems now. And then we can just rock ahead. And we need to be making trailers and stuff right now.
Name and astrological sign?
Amber Libra.